Wednesday Rocks, our virtual gem and mineral show. And we had pretty much everything we would have at a show except caps, because we have some hearts and some fire agate and some rainbow lattice sunstone and some new free forms. And we got some horse, dragon head, bird, dragon carvings, some jewelry. And back there, we have some pet wood in different forms. We have some agates. We have more jewelry. We have septarian towers. Over there, the septarian horse. Eggy, Smog. And then those crazy grape agate full dragons. So we have a little bit of everything coming up tonight, trying to get you back in the holder and get our business card on the screen. And almost all of it is new material, except pretty much the first tray and the jewelry. Everything else, the septarian, technically not new, but most of them had never been unpacked. So they're seeing the first light of day, and we've had them, well, almost a year. That's kind of crazy. But they were in a box, and we found a box. Hey, John. Chris filled me in. Still thinking about you guys. Let's see. I started posting on the online rock shop and the agate group again. And today I think was new jewelry that I made. Yep, I got to work at the workbench for a little while and got a couple things done. It's not the easiest thing. I'm a little shaky still, but hey, I got some stuff done. And I also got our last, hey, Bill, set of shelves reorganized, the display area. So we might do a shop the shelf next week. And even laid out our jewelry. And yes, those are the mystery boxes up there. And the rest is, that way is a disaster. This way is all nice and neat. I don't have any of the lights on. Trying to pan around so you can see while watching it on the computer. So, mostly organized. Hey, Kira. Hey, Mona. I have to write Chris a note.
Are we ready for the Tusky show?
Yes. Piece of paper. Just give me something.
I don't know. Should it be the Tusky show or the Tusky and Rocks show or the Tusky and Friends show?
You did? Okay, good. Sorry, I just realized I had something. I need a Tusky night. I just realized I was supposed to switch something out in a customer's order and I haven't. Hey, Leah, I saw your message on, or your comment on those earrings I posted. Technically, I think you're coming. Oh, yeah, you are coming up. Never mind. Hey, Lori. Uh-oh. Tusky's singing again.
I do like to sing.
Yes, but I'm not sure anybody likes you singing.
Connie likes me singing.
Connie's not here. All right, I think everybody knows us, so I'm not going to bother with that. Hey, Claudia.
I'm just excited that you didn't balk at the idea of a Tusky show.
It always seems to be a Tusky or a Vlad show. Number one, yes, believe it or not, we found 4 more hearts.
Ooh,
they were
pretty.
Still in their cellophane. So this is number one. Here comes the stones. I like that. They are still going to be the sale priced. So flipping it around so you can see the thickness. This is a $29, which means it is $19.99.
That's a pretty one.
And look at that druzy vug. That is at the top. And that goes all the way through. Number 1, that is a gorgeous Indonesian agate heart.
Here comes the Stones. I don't like the Beatles. They're too tiny. I can't see them.
Oh, Tusky. Number 2 is a dendritic agate.
There's a lot of dendrites.
That is a lot of dendrites. And what's really funny is that side doesn't have a lot of dendrites at all. It says 27, so that means number 2 is $17.99. Kira, I'm not a Beatles fan either.
Well, a couple songs are okay, but just a little before my generation. I'm not that old. I just thought out.
There's a man that's trying to kill me. Oh my.
I like rock music because it's made out of rocks.
Lot of little druzy bugs on number 3. Welcome to my world, people. Also a $27, which means $17.99. And there are druzy bugs all over this heart. $17.99. Oh, awesome, Bill. And there is more of that. We can look at other things if you want. Whatever works. This is number 3.
How about Rock Me Amadeus, Rock Me Amadeus?
And the last heart, almost completely monochromatic. That's part of a sticker. I'll get that off eventually.
We will rock you. In ancient times, it was we will stone you if you're bad.
So 19 means it's $9.99 for number 4. As I answer Leah's question, yeah, this does have some UV reaction. I'm going to check the other ones, but that is nicely UV. Number 4 for $9.99. Number 3 has a little UV. Number 2 has a little UV. And I'm going to bring number 1 back for a minute because that has the best UV reaction. All right, to answer Leah's question, while making the jewelry, it was okay until I got towards the end, and then I had to stop. I actually did the wire wrapping last because that was really for inventory, and it got really shaky.
I feel good.
I wasn't sure I was going to complete that marcasite. All right, number 5 and number 6 will be $10 each. These are rough fire agates.
Sounded like a wolf. We need a wolf. Can we get a pet?
Claudia's order came today.
Oh,
Claudia,
boy.
glad you're happy. This is number 5, the first of the rough fire agate, and we only have 2 of these.
2 rough, 1 polished.
Number 5, and then number 6. Number 6 reminds me of a bunny. I don't know why. I see a bunny in that shape. Definitely see a bunny in that side.
Oh, I see a bunny.
Don't eat it, Tusk.
Like a chocolate bunny that got left in the car one day.
No, that would be melted.
It was a little melty.
Okay.
We do live in Maine. Not too melty.
We do have Tusky.
Tusky.
Oh, thank you, Mona. We have Tusky and we have Vlad, and yes, and some of the pets do travel, but we don't have a living one. We've decided that if we get a pet, it will be fish when we stop traveling as much. Like an aquarium, not just one fish.
Well, maybe one really good fish.
Number 7 is my only polished fire agate that I found. I'm going to try to give you a close-up on this.
Like a sailfish.
I'm not getting a sailfish, you weirdo. You don't want a saltwater aquarium anyway. This is number 7, and number 7 is 35. That would actually be a pretty... I'm not a big fire agate person, so I don't know enough about them, but I think that would make a pretty wire wrap just because that's pretty on that side.
Betroidal.
It is botryoidal. And there's the price. Polished is $35. Now we have sale. Oh, Tusky. Tusky, you want a pet rock? Number 8, we put on sale for y'all. And I think these are going to go back to regular price when we bring them to shows. At least that's what he led me to believe. Lattice Sunstone in the semi-rough. Why do I say that? That side is polished. Trying to keep the stickers on it. That side is rough.
I have Iggy. He's kind of rock-like.
Iggy?
Iggy.
Oh, Eggy? Don't pick on Eggy. Number 8 was $69. We're going to do it for $39.99 tonight. And look at, oh, there we go. That's the best look.
It's magic.
When the lighting works, it is magic, Tusk. Number 8.
That was pretty.
Number 9, way bigger piece, was $57, now $39.99. Gonna give you the ends. All the rough side, and even the rough side has nice flash. But wait till I turn it this way. Oh, you cooperated very nicely. The first one is flat enough you could, if you wanted to do a rough rock wire wrap, you could. These next 3 are, including this one, are a little too chunky.
I like a chunky monkey.
I don't actually like chunky monkey ice cream, but I do like a good Ben and Jerry's.
All
right.
Say chunky monkey.
Number
Sometimes
10.
the monkey gets upset if you call
that
it
says 75, but it's on sale for $29.99. Again,
like 65% off.
you get a little of the shimmer on this side. When I flip it over, it's a smaller surface. And let's see if, oh, there we go.
That's the way, I like it,
Tusk, you're in, oh, wow.
Do it again.
You're in rare form, Tusk. All right. And not that you're digging these, we'll do one more, which is the last one I have. Number 11, not 69, $29.99. Saving the best side for last. And this wraps around that whole bottom edge. These are what those lattice sunstone cabs are made out of. And this is the rough. All right, and now for something completely different, number 12. Chris.
Well,
no, Chris.
Yes.
Not Tusky. What are these?
These are agate freeforms, jasp agate freeforms. So you have some moss agate, you have some purple chalcedony, and you've got like 8 other things. One of them might have had a little copper in them. They are just really cool.
Brand new material.
Brand new material. Arrived, yesterday, I think?
I think so.
And if you've heard of Purple Cow Jasper, which I think is from Oregon,
I think.
This reminds me a bit of Purple Cow. It's got the greens and the purples and the agates and the jaspers, and but at a super much better price than Purple Cow.
All right. And this is number 12. So Vicky, are you asking about what's in my hand, number 12, or are you asking for what was previous? And this one is 29. And my guess is going to be it's about on the longest side, about 2.5 inches in height. It does stand nice and flat.
It's fist sized.
And Chris is going to measure this one.
Where did I do with the color?
I don't know. I put everything by you. I'm going to do a quick recap. We do have more of these. In fact, we have some that we can also unveil. So I'm going to do the recap, Vicky. So we'll explain. All right. My recap is going to be sideways because my tray is sideways. Hey, Matt.
2.5 by 1.5.
And Matt, do you go by Matt or do you really go by Matthew?
2.5 by 1.5.
I was right. 2.5. All right. Indonesian heart number 1, 29, but that means 19.99. Indonesian heart number 2. I know Valentine's Day is over, but hey, I keep finding them. Is it your birthday, Vicky? Number 2, dendritic agate. Number 1 has the best UV. Number 2, number 3, and number 4 have a little UV. This one was 27, so it's 17.99. Happy birthday. Number 3, druzy on both sides on this one. Number 3 is 27, so 17.99. And number 4, the least patterned, but with a little UV in that right white area. Number 4 is 19, so it's 9.99. Then I have 2 Mexican fire agates that are unpolished. Oh, okay. That's what I thought. Number 5 and number 6, they are $10 each. And then the one and only polished fire agate that I found at this point, number 7, it is $35. And I think the other side is the prettier side.
I was going to say that's not fair because Vicky's husband went out on the road this week if you missed her birthday.
And that is number 7. Then these are rainbow lattice sunstone. They are rough with one side polished, and they are all on sale. $39.99 for number 8, $39.99 for number 9, $29.99 for number 10, and 11 is also $29.99. If you want to see the flashy sides, let me know. And then the first of the Stacy's mom has got it going on. Either is fine. Thanks, Matt. Number 12, and there's more of these, the free forms of
Jasper, chalcedony, agate, purple, green, copper colored coolness.
Even if he's home, he misses it. And number 12 is 29. I'm going to hand this tray off to Chris and pull the next tray over. And we're going to continue with these. This is number 13, and it's the Leaning Tower of Stacy's mom's. Has everything going on. So
I'll give you dragon fang.
I'll give you a close up of number 13 by turning it sideways.
Got the purple on one side and the green on the other, and clear going up the middle.
And this one is 24. And I would say this one is probably 3.5 inches. The next two are going to be between 2.5 and a little bit smaller than that. These are going to get smaller in size though. So number 14 is 14. New material. I don't even think we have cabs of this.
No.
I'm not sure it would be a pretty cab in all honesty. I think it would be an okay cab.
I like the side view on that one. Ooh, and the purple side. That's just
so this is number 14 for 14. And we'll do one more, number 15, the littlest one, which is about probably just under, probably 2.25 is my guess. It does remind us, we have a piece of purple cow in our personal collection, and it reminds me of a less colorful purple cow. Purple cow is an agate that comes, we believe, Oregon. I know it's written on our piece. Number 15 for 14. We do have a bunch of these, and we left 5 of them wrapped up. So if anybody wanted to see them, we could do an unveil.
Like an unveil.
And the unveil prices are $19, $24, $29, $34, and $74. All right, we're going to do some new carvings. Tusky,
What? I'm talking to the dragon.
look what's going on here,
Telling
people.
him what? Tell him the secret. I'm telling him not to breathe fire while he's being shown off because people don't like that.
As we unpacked the box, we did find another petrified wood dragon head. He is smaller than the ones from last week, so he comes in at a slightly less dollar amount. Chris will measure him in a minute after I spin him around for you. Again, the scale detail is just amazeballs on this carving. Petrified wood, Indonesian material, and the face. Look at the face carving. He even has nostrils. I mean, how does he breathe if he didn't have nostrils?
He's got ear holes.
He is 89, passing off to Chris for measuring as I bring the first of two smaller horses.
He's 4¼ inches tall.
This is dragon height and width.
And he is 1.65 inches wide.
Melinda is watching another game. Mr. Horsey, hold on, I'm going to compare the two. Mr. Horsey is probably about a ½ inch shorter. And Chris, what is Mr. Horsey made out of?
Looks like multicolored chalcedony to me.
All right, multicolored chalcedony Horsey. I like the white bloop on his nose. Mr. Horsey is 59. And then this is a really funny story. Was that a dolphin I saw? No, we don't have any. Oh, yes.
There was a dolphin?
Yeah.
Oh.
Mr. Horsey has a friend.
He's got a white snoot.
Yes, I know. I said that. Who is slightly smaller. Would you say lace agate?
I would say that is a dendritic.
Dendritic.
jasper.
He is not for sale. I'll talk about him and the other two things that were with him in a minute. We were getting ready to throw the box out and something was rattling in there and he was just in there loose. We think customs opened Mr. Horsey. This, and I don't think I gave you numbers. Dragon head was 16. First horse was 17. This horse is number 18. And yep, that's who was just rattling around in the box. 49, because we knew we were
Customs
missing.
opened it and just threw it back in without wrapping.
We knew we were missing some things. You know, when we had the Washington County Gem and Mineral Society, we've actually done video tours of, they're probably still archived on that page. But yeah, that would probably be an interesting thing to do. This is number 18 for 49. Let me get through the carvings and then I'll talk about those three items. Then we have Mr. Bird. I'm really not sure what bird he is because I don't think we have anything like that in the U.S.
I think he's a caracara.
Okay, we'll go with he's a caracara. We have those in the U.S. Number 19. What is he, babe?
Multicolored jasper.
Again, the carving.
I was about to say caracara. Were you not listening?
The carving.
I mean, it was like 5 seconds ago.
The carving on number 19 with his feathers is just, again, awesome. And he is 39 for number 19.
The caracara is the eagle on the Mexican flag, for those of you who are not familiar with birds of the
He's
Southwest.
probably close to 3 inches. I always like driving through southwestern Texas to see the caracaras because they're very interesting looking birds.
And they're not fraidy cats.
No. And then, so if you remember last week, we had that amazing long petrified wood dragon. Well, we decided he's going to live with us for a while. So something had to go, and what had to go was one of our Bumblebee Jasper dragons, because we have more than one.
This is the water dragon.
This is the water dragon. This is Bumblebee Jasper. Again, and we've had these, we got these in 2018. We sold all but the ones we personally kept, and one we gave to Chris's son. But we're going to part with one of them. And this is the one we're going to part with. He is 129. I don't know what that says on the bottom. No idea what Chris wrote. And he is just amazing. He is number 20.
I can read my own writing.
Good luck. I can read the Bumblebee Jasper, but what's under the price?
Dragonfish, Bumblebee Jasper, Swimmer. We called him
Swimmer. Chris
The
named him
water
Swimmer.
dragon.
All right, so 3 people will find scratch and dents in their package. So Mr. Dolphin has a little boo-boo. He has a wounded fin or flipper. I guess he's a dolphin. He's a flipper. The tower actually was in 2 pieces and Chris put it back together. So unless you look close, it looks perfectly normal.
Pink opal.
Pink opal. And the chocolate opal palm stone. Don't rub it in your palm because it was dropped.
Also, it doesn't taste like chocolate.
And
Let
cracked.
me be clear about that.
But as a display piece that is UV reactive, it is well worth being a freebie in somebody's package. So, what are you doing? Chris is doing weird things behind me. I also, because I'm back to making jewelry, I decided if anybody isn't a jewelry maker, I have a few pendants that I brought out. This is a teeny little moss agate. And it is $30. It is drilled and bailed. Drilled by Chris, bailed by me. $30 gets you the pendant along with a cord. This is number 21.
We don't do petite very often.
Tiger eye earrings are sold. That just posted. Vicky, if you want to comment on those, I'll invoice you because obviously you know your pendants are done. They ship?
They shipped.
Oh, they shipped already. So they will not come together. This is a purple moss agate. I was going to price it at $35. I dropped it down to $30. Again, drilled by Chris, bailed by me. Purple moss agate comes with a cord, and it is $30. And aventurine. This one is considerably bigger. Same deal, drilled and bailed by us. $30 gets you this super cool, super sparkly aventurine pendant. See if I can get it to sparkle on the screen. No, you'll have to trust me.
Blue sparkly.
And then I will be honest, this was a tutorial that didn't go as planned, but that is a hawk's eye small cab, one of those calibrated cabs we had way back when, wire wrapped by me, pre-surgery, not post-surgery. And this one is $30. And if anybody saw the jewelry post that recently posted, I think it posted at 7:30, we do sell copper chains. We have copper antiqued as well as copper non-antiqued. This is not antiqued, but I think the chain would go either way. Starts at $13 and depends on length. That is number 24.
The copper chains are nice. I like them. They match my fur.
I do have other jewelry if anybody wants to see more jewelry. All right, so quick recap. Number 13. Number 14.
I like that one.
Number 15.
I like that one too.
I remember 14 and 15 are $14. I don't remember the other one. A dragon.
No.
Number 16. Horsey number 17. Horsey number 18.
Woof.
I think 89.
59.
59.
And 49.
49. Kara. Number 19. 39. Full body dragon. Number
20.
Number 20.
Slither.
For 129. And then the pendants 21, 22, 23, and 24. Now, the rest we're doing differently tonight because they're big. So these are petrified wood slices. And this is a set. They match. So Chris, stop moving and start helping.
Mm-hmm.
Chris is going to put them together as a set. This is the new number 1. We had these custom done. They are petrified wood.
Palm root.
They are double-sided. And number 1 is the biggest that we have tonight. And the set is 59. We're gently putting them back together. We have another set. This is set number 2. This is a little bit smaller. So this set is, it's hard to figure out where Chris is putting them. Set 2 is 49. He's going to make them flap.
Flap this way.
He's going to make them into a butterfly. Set 2 for 49. We have a total of 4 sets that we're going to do. Each one gets a little bit smaller. They do not come with stands. Stands for these would be
plate stands at Michael's.
Yeah, we don't have stands that would work for these, but Michael's or any craft store, you can find a stand that matches your decor. We actually get a lot of our personal stands from Amazon. Number 3.
This has a really bold pattern in the crust, in the edges.
Even in the black, there's a nice pattern.
Mm-hmm. That set is 45.
That is set 3. And then our smallest set.
Set 4.
And normally we would consider stands, but everyone is a different size. We would just have to carry way too many different stands. And these are show inventory, so that just becomes a nightmare. Set 4.
The detail along there. It's really pretty.
There we go. Set 4 is 29.
So 29.
Chris lost
45,
number 2. Threw it
49,
on the floor.
And 59. All right, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4. So you can show this one while I make some room.
Number 5. We've had petrified wood bowls before. These are a much smaller size than what we've had in the past.
They're cereal bowls.
They are cereal bowls, although I don't recommend you eat your cereal out of them. This one is number 5. We have several similar to this bowl. I only put out 2 on the table, but I think I have 3 more that you could look at. They're a nice scalloped edge. They are mostly uniformly black, and they are 69. They're light enough I can pick up one-handed. Number 5. The number 6 was the only bowl in a similar shape that came with a very different pattern. So number 6, that pattern goes all the way around. And number 6 is 79. Hey, Steve. Welcome. I will introduce us in a second because I don't recognize your name. Chris, do you recognize?
Mm-hmm.
Temporarily volume up. I love it.
Mm-hmm.
We are Seaside Stones. We are based on the coast of Maine up by the Canadian border. And we specialize in cabochons, which is our Saturday and Sunday night shows, artisan jewelry, which I did a little of tonight, and what we call cool rocks. This is number 7. Oh, nice. We do the Bristol show. We do the Rhode Island show. Depending on what part of Connecticut, we do the Worcester show. We do West Springfield. We do Poughkeepsie, New York, if you're closer to Danbury.
Because we're in Maine, so we drive through Connecticut when we're going anywhere.
Pretty much, unless we're doing the Rhode Island show or any of the Maine shows or New Hampshire shows. All right, number 7 is the bigger size bowl. Again, mostly the dark color, way heavier. So it makes it really interesting for me to hold.
It's the medium
Thank
size
you.
bowl.
79. I used to live in Rhode Island as well. West Greenwich, Coventry area, and Narragansett.
Where did we camp when we were there?
We camped in Connecticut.
Oh,
Yeah, we have travel by motorhome, so we actually that time of year have to stay in Connecticut at East Kingley. So that was number 7.
Mhm.
Number 8 is something completely different. Number 8 are big wings.
pastel agates.
Yes, pastel agates, big display piece wings. Yeah, that's it. We were very excited. There was an Aldi's by the campground. We miss Aldi's. We used to live in Texas before we moved to Maine. Maine doesn't have one single freaking Aldi's. That's the back of the first wing. The second wing is the priced wing. This is, again, number 8. They are $69 for the set. And they are just gorgeous display pieces. And again, that is number 8. And I've heard of Putnam.
Well, I won't argue with that.
And camping in Maine is a whole different ball of wax because campgrounds in Maine close like Columbus Day. All right, so we did these last week. These are brecciated jasper slices. We finally found the smaller ones. So this is number 9, and number 9 is 29. And then there's a number 9A. We're doing it this way because these technically are matched sets. And not that they're exact matches like the petrified woods are, but they are the consecutive slices. So if you wanted this as a match pair, they're $29 each. If you buy both, oh, Chris wanted to turn them over. If you buy both 9 and 9A, which I think 9 was the smaller, 9A was the bigger. If you buy both, 10% off. And that is number 9. We build boats.
Yep.
And that could be anything
And
from
canoes.
small, from canoes to small boats built by individuals to destroyers built by Bath Iron Works in Bath, Maine. Other than that, I don't know if we build anything else other than houses. Number 10 and number 10A. So these aren't quite consecutive slices unless there was a lot of loss.
Steve shared.
Oh,
it.
thank you, Steve. We appreciate that.
They actually
Are
they're
you,
pretty close to consecutive. slices.
how did you find us? Did it have something with the New England Rockhounds and me posting on there?
You can see here and here how these were back to back.
And the number 10 was 29. Number 10A is 44. So again, if you buy both pieces, so you have those consecutive slices, 10% off the total. And that was number 10 and 10A. Now, I know I did an unveil of one of the agates. I misspoke and called it a geode. These are agates. Chris is rearranging.
Most geodes are agates, not all.
I know, but you yelled at me.
Geodes. I want to do it like an unveil.
All right. Ah, nice. Well, thank you for stopping by.
Yep, thank you. And if you need stuff for your selling, we used to have a store, and we have a lot of wholesale stuff available if you contact us. So this agate comes from Java, Indonesia. The outside does not look like much. Got kind of a grumpy face going on there. But it is a seam agate. And I sell seam agates. You've probably seen them on the group. But this one is...
It's like our golden seam.
Yes, this one is pretty remarkable because of how
trying to get it to focus. There we go.
How wonderful it is on the inside compared to that dullness on the outside.
And it is $99 for the set. We have 3 agates like this. This is being the least expensive. And I'm going to try to, well, not anymore. That druzy vug right there and that banding is just phenomenal.
And look at that face. There's a face. That druzy vug is the mouth of a face.
Oh, it's like a bison face with a giant eyebrow. That's what I see. I'm also the person who looks, our house is tongue and groove. Some of you have seen the upstairs when we used to broadcast from the upstairs. We have a lot of tongue and groove in our house because our house is built like a log cabin. And I see animals in our, that agate is number 11. I see animals all over our house in the knots in our pine. Number 12 is up next.
We're going up in value several steps here. Let me line them up. So again, this is not much to look at on the outside. This is quite an eroded ventifact agate.
Ventifact, that's a new word.
It is a new word. It means...
I wonder what closed captioning said for ventifact.
It got it right.
Oh, wow.
It knows ventifact because it is wind scoured. So it's a wind scoured agate. Are you ready for this, people? Are you ready? Let me hear it. There's 19 of you watching. Are you ready? First person to say yes wins the Are You Ready? Yes award.
Wow. Just wow.
Nobody's got the sound on.
I'm ready.
Okay, you said it. Say yes, dear.
Why are druzy? Mona said yes, and Heidi said yes, but and they're druzy vugs. V as in Victor, UGS, not bugs.
And they are desirable for their beauty mostly. All right, here we go.
Hey, Kelly. Kelly, I didn't send you a picture of your surprise cab. And I'm not going to post it. Oh, I'm sorry, Kira.
What's wrong with
She lost somebody that she's friends with.
Oh.
I moved you out of the ring light. Give you a close up on that. Can you move this? Thank you.
These are wow agates. This one I think I weighed and it came in.
I will show this because you need to know.
Yeah.
It's not inexpensive.
This, I believe that I weighed this one in at almost 2 pounds. So say almost a pound.
So hang on, Kelly, when you get your package, you're going to have to tell me what you think and then I'll post it because I posted custom jewelry, I think is posting tomorrow on Instagram, and I didn't include your your surprise cab because it's a surprise.
Now, if Teresa zooms in on the middle of those crystal pockets in the middle, you might be able to see that they are slightly lavender. So this is an amethyst centered agate. Very, very pale purple on this one.
But wait until, and yes, I think it just shipped. I'm gonna blind Chris.
I got it. Let me do that.
Okay, Chris is backlighting this. So you put this on a light base, and we're gonna include a light base. So you can illuminate one and not illuminate the other. I should have just plugged in the light base.
Mm-hmm.
It's on the wrong side of me, though.
You can do it in different colors.
Not with our light base, though. That's insane. It's blinking red. My husband is so odd. Did you hit it with the UV? Was there any UV reaction?
I think I hit it with the UV. There's nothing.
There's a little UV.
All right, we've got one.
I had to put you down so I could pick up one of our light bases. So that is what it looks like. I'm going to plug it in because it's a USB connection. It's on the right side, so that means life is interesting. Steve, what you don't know is I had rotator cuff surgery. I had a full tear to my rotator cuff. And had surgery 2 months and 2 days ago. Oh, you expect me to turn it on?
Mm-hmm.
Now that's a night light. That's a night light only a rockhound could love.
Now that's a night light. Blink it so people can see how much light comes through it.
And then I'll give you a side view. So you see where the light is coming up on that. It's crazy cakes.
All right, that is number 12. This next one doesn't get a number because it is just that amazing.
And we're going to start with the price on the next one after we do the unveil, which if you're following us on Insta or TikTok or Facebook, you have seen this because we literally unwrapped it. We had no idea what this was going to be on the inside.
Again, completely chalky Ventifact on the outside.
So the other night we were talking about lever right. I mean, this is something that a lot of people would leave it right there.
Are you ready? Are you ready?
Are you ready? Are you ready for this?
Your flash isn't on. Should it be on?
No, my flash is never on. So it is basically $1,000. And I'm going to put you in the holder.
And I think this weighs in at 4 pounds. Maybe it was a little more than 4 pounds. If anyone's interested or wants to make a reasonable offer, I will weigh it for them. But that's an amethyst pocket in the middle of this agate.
And that crystal in the center is just insane. And is it water level? Because it looks water level to me. Or is that all just the banding, Chris?
That's just the banding. I don't see any water level.
Okay. I am not the agate person, obviously.
But it has a huge belly button.
So what Chris is talking about is the belly button. Let me switch sides and you can explain belly button.
So I call it a belly button. It's really referred to as the eye of the agate. It's where the liquid minerals flowed in and flowed out. It is fortification because the bands go all the way around. Very good, Kelly. Yeah, Kelly, I've been teaching Kelly for a long time.
Tusky. You have an attitude problem.
So that...
Oh, you haven't met Steve. We'll have to introduce you to Steve.
That what I call the belly button or the eye is where the mineral-rich liquid flowed in and out depositing line after line after line of material until there was a empty cavity where the amethyst crystals grew. Probably took millions of years. Probably.
Oh, I think so. That's even older than I am, because I'm like 12,000 years.
You sit there.
Hi, Steve. I'm Tusky the Geology Mammoth. And if you have any hard geology questions, you can ask them and I might answer them. Or make some up.
He's been learning from Chris, the retired teacher. This we've had on the light base, and
It's too dense. It's like Vlad.
it's like Chris. It's a little dense.
Hey, I am not dense.
Blinding me. All right, and we're going to go to a completely different price point. It will end with a 9. That's about the only thing it has in common. We're going to restart with number 1. That goes on and on and on and on and on and on. Yes, you can see my computer screen now. That is a septarian tower. That is a big septarian tower. It is 59. It is monstrous. This has the best druzy. Chris is measuring.
6.5 inches.
6.5 inches tall.
Mexican septarian. Super quality.
That is the base.
That's the most crystally one.
Oh, see, our exterminator gives us warning and then understands we will possibly reschedule because they come in the house as well. And it's not that the house isn't clean. My house is always clean. Chris thinks I'm a nut job because we have nobody come over. But we're not home, especially since I'm in PT so much. Hold on. I'm going to try to turn off. I turned off one of the lights. I can't turn off all of our lights. I don't know how well this comes across, but it has some crazy UV reaction.
I understand. When some of the apartments I lived in, they didn't even give you notice. They just rang the door and said, "We're here to spray for bugs." And it's like, "We're eating dinner." Well, we'll try not to spray your plate of food.
I'm not sure. Well, I guess the one by NASA, I wasn't in that long because it was an in-betweener before I bought my house. But the one that I moved in after I sold my house, I'm not sure they ever had an exterminator. So that is number 1 for 59.
We're just going to do 2 of these. If people want to see more, I'll bring more over.
Chris is slow on the uptake to bring me over another one. This is number 2. Number 2 is 49. These are the only 2 price points we have because they're all big. But that crystal in there is crazy. I'm not going to UV this one because turning off the light was a little difficult. Chris is measuring while I try to show it.
Almost 5.5.
And if you want to see how many 49s do we have?
We have...
I'm going to stand it up for you.
249.
2 49s. And the rest are 59. And how many 59s do we?
3 49s and 5 59s.
So we have 2 additional 49s.
Yes.
We have 2 additional 49s if you want to see the other 49s. And how many additional 59s do we have?
This one plus 4 more. This one has the best druzy pocket.
All right. And I think there might be one online or supposedly going up online.
All right. Let's take these. We're going to do one more related mineral. Oh my goodness.
So another one of our unveils was
He looks like me.
Mr. Horsey. Heidi wants to see the other 49s.
That.
So let's finish showing Mr. Horsey, then we'll show the 49s. Now, Mr. Horsey is also septarian. He still has some toilet paper on his ear. we'll take that off for you.
Or not.
So his druzy is going to be very different. It is a very chocolate druzy. He is also much more chocolatey. That is Chris's finger poking through that bug because that bug goes all the way through. Chris, how big is he?
Oh my goodness.
Chris is going to measure. I'm trying to.
I don't have my normal measurer here.
It was here.
I know.
You moved it? You took it away.
I took it away.
Huh.
He's 9 inches tall.
He is 9 inches tall. He does have some nice UV reaction in those lighter sections. The druzy even goes a little green.
Oh, I saw that.
And we're just going to call him Horsey. And he is 279. Chris, what's his approximate weight?
He weighs, I would guess, at about 10 pounds.
So if you want a 10-pound horse or thereabouts, he's available.
Oh,
And
horses.
even on his nose, he has a little bit of druzy.
A horse is a
Hello,
horse,
dear.
a horse, a horse. Is it the original one?
All right, so this is the original septarian. This will be number 2, which is a little bit taller, a little bit wider at the base, and a little bit more wide to taper.
But only one little spot of druzy right there.
And this is number 3. And number 3 is medium size compared. And I would say there's like a ½ inch difference between all of them. So let me do a close up on number 2.
Oof, that's a heavy horse.
Side 2. Side 3. Side 4.
It's the pink tower.
The pink tower is pink opal. Number 3.
That's the way. I count 1, 2, 3. I count 1. Hey, that is my job to count. Counting 1, 2, 3 is my job.
And again, speak about Septarian, Tusky.
Septarians are pretty cool. So they start off as mudstone. That brown gray is mudstone, and the mudstone cracks, and the golden calcite forms in the cracks of the mudstone, and then it hardens into rock.
And I think this was today's unveil.
That color does not come across nearly as purple and green as it is in real life. I need to do it on the other side of you so that the ring light catches that. Is that better?
It's better.
So his face.
Hey, Lori.
His face is green. His tongue is green to purple. The purple is intensely purple. Let's look at his backside.
Okay, now we will tell you there's 2 of these and they are $799 each.
But they are amazing.
But the whole backside is raw grape agate.
About 5 pounds of grape agate. The funny thing is the 2 giant dragons were 1 piece of grape agate, and he was supposed to carve 1 piece for us. But when he got it from the mine, it wasn't packed well, and it broke in 2. So we got 2 dragons for the price of 1.
I don't think we have any Moroccan Septarian. I don't think, other than these towers, I don't think we have any Septarian,
Mm-hmm.
other than we have a sphere in our personal collection. So that is the newest unveil that was on Instagram, Seaside Stones. Are you going to show the other one?
Oh, we can do that.
And that is the other one. And I'm kind of glad it broke in transit to him. Heart. Oh, what is the brown druzy in some of the septarian? In the Indonesian, it's brown druzy.
All natural on this side. So he could lay down with it on his tummy and he'd blend right into the rock. But if you make him angry, he's going to flip over and breathe fire on you.
Because if this ended up as one piece, it would have been price prohibitive and I would have been stuck with a great agate dragon. Not that I love the pieces, but it's not something that is us.
What is the brown druzy?
And Chris is bringing the horsey back.
I'm sure it's calcite.
Kira, the dragons, those two dragons are $7.99 each.
We have smaller ones.
We have the smaller ones from last week, which are $3.99, and I don't remember if there was one or two last week.
But the littlest one was in the 100 and something
Yeah.
range. 100 and something up to $3.99.
Yes, it is an ouch. So why is that all brown?
Probably just some other trace mineral in there.
That's really cool. That almost looks like a stalactite hanging down there.
Definitely. Oh, he's heavy.
We had to buy a new glass shelving unit for our next. John, good night. Say hi to Liz. We had to buy a new glass shelf for our shows coming up starting in April just because of the grape agate stuff. Chris is going to do an unveil of the purple chalcedony, moss agate, etc. freeforms. This is a $34 one.
Oh, look at that purple. Look at that purple seam right across there with some copper color around it and some green.
Yeah, nobody can see the purple. There's the purple that he's talking about.
Purple cow.
That's a pretty one.
Mm-hmm.
That ring light's really annoying though. So I'm under it. And the bottom's pretty.
Did you lose the sticker?
Yeah, I put it on the light base.
Oh.
That's my favorite side. Stand up. So you'll notice that a lot of our videos now, we have this turntable so dirty from today. We have them spinning on the video, and it's not a manual process anymore because we bought these turntables. The woman who's taking pictures for us had it so fast. I literally had to go in and edit the video and slow them down because it was like whoosh. It was like turns around in 7 seconds or less because I can play with this. And I can make it slower. I can make it faster. So I love the fact that I can alter the video and make it slower or faster as well. Just anecdotal now at this point.
Mm-hmm. Well, say goodnight, Teresa.
All right. Is there anything anyone wants to see?
I would like to see my bed.
Okay, Tusk. So these will move over to next week's live, which next week's live will be a Shop the Shelf live. And there's the shelf. Fossils on the bottom, minerals and polished on the middle shelf and amethyst and bouncies on the top shelf.
Is that a huge piece of Fordite?
That is a huge piece of Fordite back there and a huge piece of ocean jasper back there.
Like a whole car.
And like an entire amethyst cathedral chopped up into smaller pieces. I'm kidding, really, people. Yes, it was another eye candy show. We try to bring in a few things that were less pricey. And if you want to see anything else, just let us know. And we'll see you on Saturday on Instagram with Cabochons and Sunday on Facebook and YouTube with Cabochons. Everybody have a great night, great rest of your week, and a great start to your weekend. We'll see you on Saturday or Sunday. Bye, everybody.
Bye-bye.